Shelly, I see these two drafts, and the first thing I think is that we're getting like the inverse of the last game.
Paul back on the Hobwa is something that I've been watching from him since Season 4, Season 5 when he was playing back in the Challenger circuit. I think a big kind of discussion point that we had during our ultimate to get away from Palau if Panitom does decide to use it, but instead we'll just poke a little bit of farm up against Stewart. And now maybe a breakout on the right side. 3v3, double knockup for Haddix. But Sino's taking a lot of damage. No beats, thrown back. The damage from Sheentoo hasn't come through just yet. Sino seeing it half HP, needs a sign, and he does get it just in time. But Panitom trikes first on the other while Rongyu gets it going on the right side of the map. A 1-for-2 trade out for Leviathans, and now here comes Paul. Knockup in the crushing way. Paul goes big.
Comes up 2-for-2. A fight split across the entirety of the Conquest map. Goes even here. 9 minutes in. Do it in the face of the other. That's what I would have said had SOT not just done that around Pyro.
Yeah, I mean, SOT walked up and effectively scared half the Leviathans away. Now to start up on the Primal Fury, it's the Tartarus Titans to pull it out. Rongyu charging up the hook. Will he go for the pull? It's on to SOT. Some startup crits from Zapman to get the fight going, but SOT's dash has been blocked. Palau out by Panitom. Can he pull anybody in? It's only a roar, but Sino in the sky needs the execute on top of Haddix. The Tartarus Titans starting out the fight strong, and Sheentoo, half HP on the set, has to back away with the rest of the team.
Stu heads back to base. It's a lot of your DPS lost with the Tartarus Titans. Keep up the pressure. Leviathan's hovering nearby. Keep your eyes on Sheentoo. He's got the flank.
Sheentoo wrapping around. Primal Fury low. Primal Fury secured by the Titans. But in goes Sheentoo. Silence knocked up. It has to use the Aegis. Sheentoo is gone, but Zapman has found an instant double kill in the fight. And now Paul is fighting for his life. And he will fall. Triple for Zapman. Panitom on the run. And Rongyu and Zapman slamming through. Panitom falls. But Zap and Rongyu keep pushing on.
Keep your eyes on Zap. Where's he headed? Towards Stewart. It's a dash forward. Pulls good.
Grab him back in, but beads are gone from Stewart. And the teleport in from SOT with Zapman at half HP. Silenced out. Portal goes through, but Zapman went nowhere. Stewart goes back in and returns the favor.
Tartarus Titans keeping their heads above water and do one better. Finally, a substantial lead in this game. Stewart fights. A pick that we've seen a lot from Paul in the past, one that he's been keeping in the back pocket for a good while now, and maybe an opportunity if he finds Sheentoo.
Sheentoo knocked up and not even a chance to use a single relic. Sino, credit to the kill, but the setup there as a combo between Sino and Paul to knock him down. And the Titans are moving towards Fire Giant. Where are the rest of the Leviathans?
I don't think this is a fake. The Tartarus Titans want it.
This is gonna be close. No real good confirm outside of Paul for the Titans, which is a lot of damage through. Half HP on the fire and falling rapidly. Rongyu can't get in, needs to use that landfall to try and take it. But the Tartarus Titans grab fire. A big landfall has only pulled the team fight back to the Leviathan. Sino in the sky, grabs on Haddix, but that was the wrong target, Zapman! And Haddix turned the fight around.
Sino just lands into the CC. Panitom connects with one. CC immunity there. The Tartarus Titans, sure, you lose one, but 4 fire, you're willing to take that trade. Very difficult time fighting their way forward, or at least catching the Tartarus Titans off guard. Fire Giant starting to spawn its way back up. Levi's slowly rotating in.
Rongyu and Haddix here once again. But the carries are a little further behind. Fire Giant is melting. It's already down to a quarter of its point. Tartarus Titans get the fire. Can they take the fight this time? Haddix has grabbed only a roar this time through. And Rongyu swinging out. Panitom, what are you doing so far up? Sino dunks down.
He's next.
Rongyu is gone. That is 2 down from the Leviathans, and the Tartarus Titans surge forward.
Keep stepping up. Sino off the mark with the side, but the rest of the boys right behind him. Water Carpet putting in extra hours here, but they've done enough in the actual engagement. Fire Giant on 5. Rongyu might start off the fight with a landfall. Could be an indicator of the go button for the Leviathans. Tartarus Titans, though, slowly pushing their way in.
SOT is just begging for anybody to start a fight. Rongyu goes with the ult, and it whiffs entirely. Now down a quarter HP on both of the frontliners. Haddix ultimate only gets a trade out with SOT. Phoenix down to a quarter HP. The Tartarus Titans with his Emperor's armor on SOT can just walk right in, but nobody's hitting the bird. Instead, it's SOT hitting everybody else. Sino up in the sky. Who will he land on? It's Rongyu. Execute is good. but Sheentoo finds one in the back, trades out, and it's Paul who grabs it. Look at Panitom. As soon as he lands, it is to the Sharks. Who's going to be the one to grab him? It's SOT. 3 down on the Atlantis Leviathans. 4 strong for the Tartarus Titans. Game number 1 is going to go to the runner-up from last year.
Tartarus Titans want to pad their KDs a bit. Paul grabs one more. Zapman fed to the Wolves. A roar in trade, but it only prolongs the inevitable. Tartarus Titans, game 1 in clean fashion.
If you catch someone out in that Odin cage, you better assume there's a fully charged Vulcan ult on the way. But the Titans, they get the Hebo back, and they get the Thanatos back. You feed the hot hand. That's something we say a lot in a situation
in the world. And it was a pretty quiet performance from him in game 1. Wasn't quite able to get active on map. Wasn't really utilizing the burnt beads that Haddix is lining up with that Jing Shen. This Daji is a statement pick. The fact that he's gone back towards it is to get active over the other. Neither side really declining.
Maybe a kill on the Sot now. Will go on the Cavalry charge, but won't have the CC for the immunity after. Big Vulcan ult by Sheentoo, but a shot after and a teleport in by Panitom. Strikes first blood for the Levi's.
You might not be able to do it with just the physicals, Haddix and Panitom, but get Sheentoo in the mix.
Will we see Sheentoo rotate out of this lane more? I mean, you look back on game number 1, and maybe we had to hold up on that for a moment. Sino getting aggressive in the jungle. SOT and Aurora there is body block to make sure, I should say bodyguard for Sino, but even in the 3v4, still willing to step up. Paul on the way. Haddix caught out, forced to jump out. Now it's 3v3. Sino in the sky. He will dunk on top of Wrong You. All the CC in the world isn't enough to take down the Ymir yet. SOT locked in the cage and dropped down, but Aurora trades out one. A pull in by the Palau will yank the Maui back, but it's still not enough damage. Sheentoo, not quite there just yet.
Paul on the retreat now as well. It's SOT who steps out of line too deep into that tower. Haddix locks him down and makes sure it's a 1-for-1 trade. Matching rotation though, perhaps concerned about a Gold Fury pool.
It is pulled up by Leviathans, all 5 here. SOT going in. Aurora dunks on top of Wrong You and waits for the pull, but it's a double freeze, double cage, and a big Earthshaker after, but it just misses Aurora, who jumped in the sky. Sino finds a pick in the back line. Wrong You low, and Sino and Paul move in for SOT to find the second of the fight, and Sino will just force Zapman to the sky.
Zapman's got to land eventually. What goes up must come down. Lands into the Lion's Den. The Tartarus Titans put up another. You may have pulled the gold. The Titans smell it, and they stop you in your tracks. Gold Fury now over to the Chaos side. No response from the Leviathans. The Tartarus Titans just playing on Zapman. He's been really happy with these rotations. Getting involved everywhere on the map. Maybe caught out here.
Beads available for Zap. Doesn't use them on the ult. Has to use them this time, but it is too little and too late. Where was the Aegis for you, Zapman? You get bursted by Sino. And the dual lane has been sprung wide open, forcing a rotation from Haddix, but maybe that was not the right call. Half HP on him, pulled back by the landfall and executed by Sino.
The Tartarus Titans just playing the map better. It's a roaming death ball of 3. Takes out Zap. Haddix has to defend the wave. They're fully on defense.
Leviathans are playing catch up at this point. 4,000 down to the Titans. A Trebuchet shoving up the right lane, and with Stewart there next to it, that tier 1 tower will not stand for much longer. Just a couple of fireballs should knock that one out, but we have a full 10-man grouping in the solo lane at 17.5 minutes. Panitom goes in up against Paul, still holding on to Aegis and Beads. Beads are gone. Paul used the ult to immune one final shot from Zapman that could have dropped him. The cage from Haddix has only locked SOT, and who is juking as much as he can, but it's just not enough. The Leviathans have answered back with the wall. Doesn't catch anybody this time through. Aurora stunned down. Frozen again. Health bar's low. Landfall pulls 2, but it's only to his own doom.
Paul needs to be there for the follow-up, but Panitom taking that 1v1 in the jungle completely removes him from the equation, and now the Leviathans finally strike as 5, play together, pull the fire, but the Tartarus Titans, they're nearby. Sino healthy, as is Stu.
Sino's got ult. Stewart does not. Paul on the way with 3 and Kit. Wrong You knocked up, knocked down. Sino with the X-Cube, but Paul has no relic and is being massacred by the front line of Leviathans. Panitom on death's door, and
Sino's
Sino
fast.
wants to be the one to deliver him there. It's a double for the jungler of the Titans.
Sino on the retreat now. Haddix on the chase. Zapman still stepping forward as well, but the Tartarus Titans have been given time to respond. It's just Paul dead for 30.
Sheentoo has ultimate. This is
They know.
not a guarantee for the Fire, and the Titans should know this. Cage by Haddix, ult by Sheentoo,
Hit
slams 3. Haddix strikes first in the fight. Snipes from Zapman, not enough damage to take down SOT, but the Leviathans have pushed the Titans back.
It's been a back and forth battle around this Fire Giant. One team finding a
slow. But Aurora cannot be the only one up here. Wall will block him off. Aurora
a lot of
at
damage.
half HP will be forced to swing away, but
Here goes
Haddix
Haddix.
goes right in, drops the cage, and that's 2 locked in. Landfall doesn't do much, and Sheentoo will knock down the support. SOT throws out the beads with a Vulcan ult. Off the mark by Sheentoo. Sino and the rest of the squad separating to avoid the powwow.
Panitom just off the mark there. So the Tartarus Titans, a second lease on this team fight. Aurora plays far up in the engagement, realizing I'm the only guy.
Knowing that the Oni Fury was started, the carries are on the left side for the Titans. The Leviathans will pull the Fire Giant. It is melting fast. Half HP.
Can't
Wrong
step up.
you and Haddix step up to keep the Titans out. But it's not over just yet. Sheentoo goes in. The Leviathans get fired. But it's a double pull by Aurora. Sheentoo's relics are down. But a big meatball separates things out. Paul drops the mid laner. Wrong you falls as well. It's 2 for the Tartarus Titans. Panitom all by himself, and all 5 of the Titans surge back and knock down 3.
Sino with the double dunk keeps things alive. Sheentoo a bit late on the beads, pulled in by Aurora, and the Tartarus Titans finally, with the Leviathans asking the questions, the Leviathans pulling the fire. We're going to be walking through walls at least once or twice with Phantom Shell. Hasn't been the case and won't be this game. But look at this, it's a 5-stack, they want the smoke.
Haddix jumps out, Zapman
Where'd he go?
gone before he had a chance to use a relic this time. Sino in the sky, but his target has gone up on the powwow. SOT gets pulled back in, but it's a 4v5. Stu finds 2 with the ult. Haddix burst out, Sheentoo low, and no beads on the mid laner.
Tartarus Titans found their pick. Zapman dead for 40. Fire Giant on the map and enhanced by the time they get to it. Will the Leviathans step up for defense? Sheentoo still has access to ultimate, but the Fire's going quick.
Fire's melted right as the 30-minute ticks through. The Tartarus Titans have grabbed enhanced Fire Giant. Wrong you throws a wall, separates 1. Landfall will block off his only escape. Vulcan slams 4 though. Sino low, but Wrong you even
They
worse.
got him.
2 more down. 10 seconds till Zap is back up. Haddix to the grave. The Tartarus Titans are 1 step closer to knocking out the reigning world champs.
It's EFG, you don't need backdoor protection stripped. You can just go ahead and walk on in. Right side Phoenix gone. 2 dead. Panitom no ultimate. Zapman has his. Haddix does it. 5 vs 3.
30 seconds more till anybody's back, but the Tartarus Titans might not need that. Sino in the sky,
They got the
crashes on
dash.
Zapman. Knockup is good. Zapman is down the 3-time, and the reigning world champs are not going to the semis. Instead, it is the Tartarus Titans.
A dark horse contender in the Tartarus Titans. Nobody